My name is Hallie Driscoll, and I am a mixed media artist. It started with embroidery. I started doing it as a coping technique for anxiety. And then over time, I started embroidering on paper and canvas and mixing paint and other materials in. And then over time, I just started adding in more natural elements like flowers and stuff, and it kind of brought me to where I am now. I've definitely been making art my entire life. One of my mom's favorite stories is that when I was about 4, I filled notebook after notebook just trying to draw the perfect circle, and I'd get mad if it wasn't perfect, and then I'd start all over again. I think the biggest driving factor in my art for me is really thinking about like identity and perception and memory. My first show was all about how I remembered things as a child versus how they actually are. The current body of work that I'm working on is all about exploring my identity with my ancestral history. My entire family is Italian, so all of this work has vintage book pages from Italian books. This work is obviously really personal because it's about my identity and my ancestry, but I really like focusing on perception. There's that saying that there's your version, my version, and the truth. And I think that's true about our identities too. My daughter's version of me and my version of me, and I don't know, like my ex-boyfriend's version of me from high school are all very, very different. And I think that's kind of a universal truth. So I really like my work to kind of focus in on that. My biggest motivation is definitely my daughter, and my parents for that matter. They're incredibly supportive, and so is my daughter. And I want to set a good example for her. Part of why I went back to school. It's part of why I've been pursuing art so heavily the past couple of years, and she's a pretty phenomenal artist herself. I'd like to inspire her.